What's up, y'all? It's Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jahai Wolf from the New York Giants.
What's good, y'all? This is Sterling Shepard.
This is Justin Tuck. This boy Flex Gilbert, Super Bowl 42 world champion.
Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up? This is Saquon Barkley. Dex Lawrence II.
Yo, this is Mike Evans with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we about to go live on Flag on the Play.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Flag on the Play, College Football Edition. Back with the guys Tegan, Durag, Dawson, and Donnie. And we got a special guest in the building. You know, former Clemson quarterback. Kelly Bryant in the building, bro. How you feeling, dog?
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Let's get to it.
Always, dog. Always. So, I'm going to start with you, Kelly. But, before we even get into the recap, just because, it's crazy. JJ, first one to comment, he's supposed to pull with us today. I want to podcast, of course. Y'all still one of the top dogs in the ACC. I just want to ask you, do y'all feel like, because you got Clemson, Miami. Wow. Do you think Clemson's the best team in the ACC?
100%. Like now, like it feels like after that Georgia game, I was like, maybe a year how it was last year, but I feel like they're playing their best ball right now. And K's been phenomenal. Literally after that Georgia game, the defense is the defense, but you got those two freshmen and Maffa, and the offensive line's been playing really well. So man, I think the best ball for them boys is ahead for sure.
All right, cool. I just had to ask that just because you rep Clemson, you got to represent. But we're gonna just start with the recap. Of course, the biggest game of Week 7. Recap: Georgia UT. That was a crazy game. UGA dominated. Michael Williams, Jelon Walker went crazy. I want to start with you though. Who do you think is the favorite in the SEC now? Since Georgia just bounced back, Texas had their first L. Who's the favorite in the SEC?
I mean, obviously Georgia, but for my sleeper, I still got a little faith in Ole Miss. For whatever reason, I feel like they can be a sneaky team. Whether they win the SEC, but I feel like if they get in the playoffs, they can make win a few games and not expected to win, upset somebody. So, but Georgia for sure is the clear favorite in my eyes.
Tegan?
I gotta agree with Kelly on this one. I mean, the Georgia this year had not looked like the Georgia in the past, and what we saw in Austin is exactly what we thought Georgia was supposed to be all year, and they look incredible, man. I mean, the fact that they could get better because Carson Beck was playing like some stinky poo-poo, like just bad. Like, dude, some of the picks that he threw were just like. Hey, listen, I don't know if I've been on the show to say it. Yeah, no, he's not QB1. He don't sniff QB1. I'm wrong. Hand the Bible. Like, I was wrong on that because the dude has regressed. But if we're going to talk about the favorites, it's got to be Georgia until someone not named Bama can beat them.
Durag?
Yeah, Georgia just played their part. They showed us last Saturday why they're the favorite in SEC. Like Tegan said, until someone goes up in there and beat them, they should be the favorite. Bama, last 3 weeks. Hey, fraudulent. Texas. Quinn looks a little rusty. Come back off an injury. We'll see how they keep going. They still got some tough games to keep going on with. So we'll see how they come back, and hopefully the SEC championship game, Georgia Texas rematch. We'll see if Texas can take that crown back.
Dawson?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with Georgia as a favorite, but I think the sleeper is whoever wins the LSU A&M game this weekend. I think that team is the sleeper because that will be the only undefeated team left, I believe, for SEC standings.
Yep.
So
yeah,
whoever wins that game, like driver's seat ahead, full steam ahead.
I mean, like, I'm going to give Texas a little bit of grace, and I thought they just kind of went in there and just got punched in the teeth, and they just never really recovered from it. That was probably the worst game I've ever seen Quinn play so far. I mean, it was terrible, man, and the film was even worse. Like, the pocket the pocket presence was just the worst. Like, I saw multiple times Jalen Walker and Kelvin Banks going at it, and Quinn just ran right into him. It's like, come on, dude. Like, and it's so weird because we're used to seeing Quinn thrive in these big games. Like, we saw how he played versus those Bama those 2 games. Then we saw how he played versus Michigan. just it's tough. But you kind of have to say Georgia. But I still think Texas has the best roster, top to bottom. I still think that. But in terms of who's the favorite, how can you not say Georgia?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, y'all know I had Texas going all the way. I think I still do, but like that game, they did get dominated. I was expecting the UGA.
Yeah,
Line went dumb.
Dude, Michael and Jalen just.
You know what it was, Trent? It was like everyone told Georgia all week they're gonna win. They're so great, and then Georgia like, all right, bro.
You mean Texas?
Yeah, my bad. Everyone told Texas how good they were. They're gonna win, and Georgia heard that like, all right, bro, bet.
Yeah, this shit was
hey, Texas took a bite of that rat poison, bro. That's just what happens.
I think they'll be fine. Who else is because of course they got Vandy coming up, and then who else like the other like big games?
Let Vandy.
You know what they finished the year with.
I'm just sleep on Vandy no more.
You can't take Vandy lightly no more.
My man Pavia will cook you.
Speaking of getting punched in the mouth and shit, Donnie, we'll start on you, bro. Bama loses to Tennessee. Dylan Sampson had a masterclass. Nico struggled, but he was still making big plays, of course, in the fourth quarter. Jalen Murrow had a stinker. Just I don't know, like, just what's going on with Bama, Donnie, to you, in your opinion? What's going on with Bama?
I mean, dude, what's going on with Bama is just that the fact that Murrow in that Georgia game, I probably jumped the gun a little too soon, claiming he was the best quarterback in the draft. I probably jumped the gun a little too soon. Dude, what happened? Like, ever since that game, it's just been rough, dude. Like, I'm not too sure what's going on with him. The decision-making's been bad. The progressing from one read to the next has been bad. I just don't know what's up with him, man. And it's frustrating to watch because he's so physically gifted. He's got a huge arm, and he's such a great athlete. But god damn, man, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you're out here losing to Vandy, and you played well, granted, but still no excuses. You're losing to Vandy. And then the last two games have just been bad. The South Carolina game was bad too. And it's not like he was under pressure. Like, he had clean pockets and he was just missing throws. So it's unfortunate. That's not much else you can say. Like, it's not like Nico just completely outplayed him either. Nico didn't play that well either. It was just one team had to come out on top, and one team made plays in the fourth quarter, and it was Nico and Dylan Sampson making plays in the fourth quarter where Jalen couldn't. So shout out Nico and all them boys, but Jalen, you got to lock in, dog.
Dawson?
I mean, I'm going to piggyback off what Donnie said. I mean, bro, Jalen Milroe, it's either he hits a deep pass and it looks great. The intermediate short stuff is just not good right now, bro. It's just bad. And, like, he hasn't really been running either, like, using his legs like he should. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I literally don't know. Like, the Georgia game seems so long ago because how he's played the last couple of weeks. Like, I don't know. If I'm Bama, like, I'm worried. Like, I'm really worried. Every game going forward, like, it's a week-by-week thing now. Like, whew.
Durag, you cheesing like a motherfucker right now.
Because he finally got a prediction right.
Because Donnie, you asked what happened and you don't know what happened. I can tell you what happened. Reality. This is who Jalen Milroe is. I'm sorry, but I told y'all he can't be this guy when he can't be consistent game in and game out. He's showing us that he's still the same passer he was last year. And like I said, as long as he's still that type of passer, Bama has no shot. They have no shot. It's simple as that.
I don't think he's that bad. He's not.
What was your comp? What was your comp, Dave?
No, I'm not.
Malik Willis. Malik Willis with some PR, man. I'm sorry.
Donnie, I'm not gonna say he's that bad, but the Bama.
Hey, Donnie, like I said, it looks good when you can say, "Fuck it, Ryan Williams down there." It looks good when you can do that.
Shit, man, it works.
Hey,
come on.
So long.
Let me shout out my dog Miles with $20.
Shout out Miles.
This $20. W pod, W pen, W get that host. Miles, you crazy for
W comment.
Yeah. So Tegan, go ahead, bro. What's going on with Bama? What's going on, bro?
I mean, I want to shout
Tegan
out.
was also very high on Bama at the beginning of the year, by the way.
Oh yeah, we noted. Hey, we're gonna wait till next week though, because next week rolling up, this is gonna be crazy. But go ahead.
I still think Kalen DeBoer is the guy, but I was way too high on this roster. I think this roster is not as good as paper would indicate. I do got a shout out. I know the question was about Alabama. Dylan Sampson, you should not have to pay for a single meal, beer, whatever it may be.
By the way,
rest of your
Tegan,
life,
thank
bro.
you, because I didn't bring his name up. When we talk about top tier running backs, he needs to be brought up in college.
Oh, 100%.
Like, we haven't talked about
100%.
him at all. He needs to be brought up. Like,
He's
carrying the Tennessee offense right now. Like, he's literally
because Nico can't hit the broadside of a barn. Shout out Donnie for overhyping him. But with Jalen Milroe, he's just regressed, man. Like he's on the borderline of potential getting someone fired. Like I get it. He has the upside of Lamar. You're watching it in live time, but honestly, at some point you got to say Lamar, though the talent and the skill set can be similar, the quality of that skill set is just not even close. But someone's going to convince themselves that he can be that, and I just don't think he could be that at the next level. If you can't dominate this Missouri, I know we'll probably talk about it because it's one of the big matchups. If you can't dominate that zone defense with Missouri, it might be GG's for Milroe. I don't get it. Maybe.
Hold on, Tegan. Are you saying if they lose to Missouri? Because I think they have a bye week before LSU. Is it time for Ty Simpson?
Come on.
Yeah.
The Bama good. The Bama really good.
Let's pump the brake.
Hey, pump the brake.
I think
the thing.
I'm just asking a question.
The thing with Bama and the wildest part about it, they played.
He's the upside of course.
They prepared and played a 1/2 season. Their best half of football was that first half of Georgia, and it hasn't sniffed it since. Even the second half of that same game, and it just felt like. Even going into that Georgia game, the emotions were a lot higher for Bama. They seemed like they weren't like in that business mode that you saw with Nick Saban, and they don't seem as focused as before. They're committing penalties. They're not as disciplined.
They aren't. They average like 10 penalties a game.
Yeah.
And Tennessee gave up a bunch of penalties, but the little things of being able to run the ball, like Justin Haynes has been disappointing. Their offensive line has been disappointing.
And honestly, besides Ryan Williams, like, I feel like their receivers should be better. I feel like Kendrick Law, I feel like I haven't heard his name enough.
Well, he's also been injured a little bit. It's
okay.
Prentice. It's Prentice that has been disappointed.
Yeah, but Kelly, what's your thoughts on Alabama, bro? What you think is going on with them, bro?
Well, I think what we don't like, I guess like me being a fan now, we got to look at it from a lot of different ways. And for me, you got to realize like going to Tennessee and playing in Tennessee is hard to win at the end of the day. Like that's a crazy environment. But I think with Milroe that I kind of been, I may be wrong, but just from my standpoint, it just looks like he's just pressing, like he's just wanting to make the big play, or he's not really making the routine plays as which we've seen him make. It's not like I say, he's missing throws that we've seen him make, but it just isn't as consistent, as we would thought going into this year, as there's a lot of hype behind this team. But for that game, Nico didn't play well, like we all mentioned, but I feel like when there was a play to be made, with his legs, or I think that one of those deep passes before they scored, he made a play. So, that goes to show it, you don't really have to always play a best game at quarterback. But for Alabama, it's just a lot of question marks, defensively, they're not really playing that defensive that we've always seen from Bama, and offense. It just hasn't been consistent, and not just at quarterback, but a lot of areas. So it's going to be interesting to see how they finish out this season, because like I said, they got Missouri. I think it's going to be a really good game this week, and I don't think it's going to get no easier for those guys.
All right, cool. Next game, Kelly, back on you. Michigan at Illinois. I'm not gonna lie, Michigan.
Illinois by 20.
Nah, they dominated Michigan the whole game. Michigan looking like it's the 2020 LSU 2020 LSU all over again. You win a natty, then they just completely regress. Do you think though, for Michigan, for an off season, because of course we all know the season is over, do you think that they are in an intriguing spot as a transfer portal, for Michigan, or not? Do you think for a quarterback wise, do you think it's an intriguing spot to go to the transfer? Because they're in desperate of a quarterback.
They are desperate. I don't really know the makeup for their roster for real, other than Edwards going to be gone, but that's that could be somewhere that I feel like a quarterback could maybe want to venture to, but I don't really know exactly if they have the pieces that are going to surround it, or whether they go out and get those pieces. But that could be a destination, but right now I wouldn't bother with that one for sure.
Yeah, Tegan.
Hey man, if Portnoy's willing to write me a check, then I'm all the way down to go play quarterback. But I'm not 6'4" with a cannon of arm and be able to process the field like that. So he ain't hitting me up with a check. But no, like I think Michigan's a big enough brand. It's always going to be enticing. I just I said it before the season, and the jury's still out. So I'm not making any definitive statements about Sharon Moore, but we really don't know what he is as a head coach yet, at all. And he got handed a really bad deck of cards, basically saying, yeah, you guys are going through this investigation, so you're going to have all the media spotlight and noise around you. You just won a national championship, so basically your expectations can't be any higher. And not to mention you're going to lose your entire coaching staff and most of your roster to the NFL. So make do, figure it out. You got it. And we're just seeing they're just not prepared enough to be that same or anything close to that team. I think Michigan will be fine, but the jury's still out on if they got the head coach right, and we'll find out probably within the next 2 years. So if you want to be the quarterback to potentially get the ball back rolling, it's an enticing spot. It's a big name. You're probably going to get a big NIL bag, but offensively and the pieces around it, it's not great.
Durant.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this team because what we're seeing right now, me and Dawson talking about this earlier, next season it's going to be worse. Because Colson Loveland is your only weapon. He's going to the draft. Defensively, you're losing Will Johnson, Grant, Mason Graham. So defensively, that's what Michigan is hanging their hat on right now, is that defense. That's all going to be gone. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. They don't have the pieces to help a transfer quarterback succeed. What's the point of transferring if you're going to be stuck in dog shit? Mm-hmm. As simple as that.
Dawson?
Yeah. I mean, me and Dave literally talked about this today. Why? First of all, their offensive coordinator is terrible. As a Michigan fan, he's literally the worst thing I've ever seen. But second of all, the system is terrible.
I'm an Iowa fan, Dawson. Remember?
No. The system is horrible. The wide receivers are MAC level, probably worse than the Big Ten level.
Well, yeah, but you don't understand. I'm Iowa, so what you're dealing with, I've dealt with before.
Bro, our leading targets is our running back and tight end. It's crazy.
It's that old school type of football.
No, bro. I promise you, no. It's because the receivers can't get no separation. If I'm a transfer quarterback, I agree. I gotta stay away. This team needs to be I don't know. You gotta literally rebuild. It's a rebuild.
Sacrifices were made, man.
Yeah, they were made. They went all in for the Natty. They went all in for the Natty 1, and now it's time for the rebuild. That's just what it is. It's the reality setting in.
I'm not gonna lie, because you think this is worse than 2020 LSU? It might be.
Yes, I think it might be.
It depends how it ends, because it's halfway through.
No, yeah, it does depend.
Because if Michigan loses to Michigan State this week, it's on the page of getting worse.
Because here's the thing. Orgeron stayed after 2019. You lost all your pieces, but Orgeron stayed. They lost their head coach too.
Harbaugh leaving, that hurt. That hurt.
And they lost Jesse Minter too, who's now Chargers got a top defense in that. Yeah, it's tough.
Donnie, what's your thoughts, bro?
I mean, they stole their soul for a Natty, and I think all of us here would probably do that.
Yeah.
Durack said it earlier. You're losing it. You're going to lose everything, man. Colson Loveland's a top 3 tight end in the country. You have the best defensive line in the country with guys like Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant. Both those guys are going to be guaranteed top 15 picks. Joshua Stewart, another name we didn't throw out.
Josiah Stewart's going to be going too.
Playing the best defensive player in college football right now with how he's been playing. And Will Johnson as well. It's just hard to see the future with this team, man. So because of all the questions, I'm good. Unfortunately, I was much similar to Tegan. I was not given those godlike gifts to be able to play at the quarterback position, unfortunately, unlike our boy Brian Kelly over here. Unfortunately, I was not given those gifts. But if I was a quarterback, I'm staying away.
You might get DJU, Dawson.
Hey man, bro. I didn't get a lot of predictions right, but I might not even get this one right, Dawson. I thought y'all were going 8-4. Maybe I was too nice. Bro.
Dude, I said
the best we can go right now is 6-6, bro.
6-6.
That's wild.
Why would we beat Indiana, Oregon, or Ohio State?
Damn, y'all still play them too?
Yes, bro. We gotta talk about that too.
Hey,
Come on, we gotta talk about that too.
You got the power.
Schedule of doom this year with
Y'all
Texas.
still do it.
Hey, bro, you got the power of friendship.
Dude,
You
your
got the power of
schedule
friendship.
was
You got it.
Yeah,
Texas,
Michigan's schedule was quite
USC,
Yeah, Texas.
Illinois,
real life might
Oregon,
lose Michigan State.
Indiana.
Yeah.
That's what.
Dude,
All right,
that's
so look, speaking,
terrible.
Donnie, back on you. Speaking of Indiana, just beat the dog shit out of Nebraska.
Yeah.
57. Dylan Raiola had like 3 picks. So let's start off with you, Donnie. Can Illinois? Can Indiana make a playoff spot this year?
Dude, you look at their schedule. You look with how good Curtis has been playing at quarterback. The offensive line's been great. Their defense has been killing it. Dude, how can they, as long as they can beat Michigan and win the other games on their schedule, not named Ohio State, this is an 11-1 team.
Mm-hmm.
You almost have to put them in, especially when you have a quarterback who's been playing like at least, maybe not top 5 in the Heisman, but at least top 7 in the Heisman. He's been great this year. The run game's been great too. It's just, and their head coach might be the coach of the year. Like, how can you not put this team in the playoffs if they go 11-1? It's like the Penn State thing. Like, are they as good as Penn State? Like, no, they're not. But if Penn State goes 11-1, how can you not put them in? You know, with like a loss to Ohio State. So I'm going to say, yeah, man, as long as they beat Michigan, they can.
Dawson?
I mean, Indiana's a top 10 team. I'm just going to say it right now.
Wild.
They're a top 10 team.
Whoa.
They're literally a top 10 team, bro.
Whoa.
I think they're a top 10 team.
Yeah, that needs a whistle.
I think I'm going to come out and say it. They're a top 10 team, bro.
That's crazy because they lose into Washington this weekend.
Oh wow.
Timeout. Okay, hold on. Now you're not going to use
Dude, if that happens,
their starting
oh,
quarterback
man.
is injured, though. Their starting quarterback is injured.
Hey, that don't change my prediction. That don't change my
Wait,
prediction.
Will Rogers is hurt?
No, not Will Rogers, the Indiana
Indiana's.
quarterback.
Yeah, Curtis.
So, yeah, rookie.
That's how they lose. That's going to be sad.
Hey, Tegan, I had a question. What if they win by like 21 with a backup quarterback?
Then they got it, bro. I'm not going to lie.
They got it. They got it.
Tegan, you saw the game. The backup, it's not like the backup struggled against.
Yeah.
He lit him up.
Hooping.
Yeah, he lit him up.
Yeah. So, Durag, what you think? You think Indiana should make a playoff spot if they keep winning like this? Should have a playoff spot?
I mean, you're gonna have no choice but to get in the playoff spot. Because at this point, they're trending towards one loss to be a top-ranked team. I mean, you got to. I mean, if you leave them out, it's gonna be a nasty precedent you set in. So,
Tegan?
I'm because I think they if they go like undefeated for the rest of the year, even if it's 11-1, they should make it. I'm more curious, and I just Googled it about the tiebreakers in the Big Ten. Because imagine a world where, say, like Oregon finishes the job, they end up being in the Big Ten title shot, going undefeated.
Their rest of the schedule is easy. They'll be like 12.
Yeah, but I get it. We make jokes about Drew Auer on here. If Penn State beats Ohio State and it becomes a tiebreaker, then it goes to record by common conference opponents. Like there's a world where we get stuck because there's no division.
Penn State beats Ohio State, then Ohio State's out of the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking about how Indiana could be in the Big Ten championship.
They would have to win out.
Well, Tegan, I think how that would work is if Indiana,
they would literally have to win out.
Well, yeah, because they'd have to beat Ohio State. Because if they lose to Ohio State and Penn State beats Ohio State, they'd have to put Penn State.
Yeah.
They'd have to put it.
Penn State will get that.
Okay,
they have to win out.
All right. So, Kelly, what's your
Y'all
thoughts?
can have Max Johnson.
Kelly, what's your thoughts on Indiana, man? Do you think they keep playing like this? They're going to be in a playoff spot?
That offense looks elite, yo.
I instantly want to say yes, but I think this season's been like the most interesting season in a while because you have
for sure
more than 12 teams like right now that could easily go. Like you got Army, Navy, a few SEC teams. Then you got I'm not Alabama, but Clemson, Miami, the SMU. I think it's gonna come down to somebody's gonna get left if it plays high.
Fighting Ashton Gene teams.
Yeah, and so, but I think they're a playoff team, but I'm just interested to see how everything plays out because we already know college football, anybody can lose at any given day or win a game, pull an upset off. So, but right now, how they've been playing right now, they're absolutely are a playoff team.
Yeah, I would agree. So, back on you, Kelly. Another game from last weekend. Colorado dominated Arizona. No Fafita. I don't know what's going on. He has in the season. He has more picks than touchdowns right now. It's not looking good. Colorado. This that's probably most. Yeah, actually, outside of UCF, that's another huge win for the program. But I think the main topic we're here, because me and Donnie been going back and forth, this Travis Hunter, because he got hurt in the K-State game. Then they sat him for the second half. But I think he's good to go. I think they say he's feeling way better than what he did.
He's 100%. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's 100%. So do you think for the rest of the schedule, do you think Travis may still have a shot at Heisman or not? Because he's been hurt basically for 2 games.
I think he do, but right now I feel like with him like missing that game and not playing that K-State game fully, Cam Ward has started the buzz is created with him. So it's still Travis's. I think he still have a chance to win it, but now it's like instead of just being a two clear flavors, now you have Cam Ward in the conversation as well. So, but I think he has a shot. It's just going to depend on how he plays the rest of the season, and going forward. So, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Tegan?
I think he should get an invite, even unless he doesn't play like a bunch of games to finish the year. But winning the thing, with the Heisman being as close as it is, I'm not going to say it's no chance. I'm just going to say it's out of his control. Like I think with how close it's going to be, he's going to need Cam Ward to have a loss in a bad game, which is in the realm of possibility. And then Genty to end up having his slowdown because Genty can't have a single bad game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Durant?
Yeah, he's definitely should be in the convo still. Like, what he's doing is still historic, nonetheless. Like, you're elite at both sides of the football, playing 9% of snaps. He's gonna get an invite, but like Tegan said, it's just at this point it's out of his realm control. You gotta hope Genty takes a loss or he has a bad game. Cam Ward does a stinker. Dylan Gabriel, maybe Oregon loses the game. So it's all up in the air at this point.
Dawson?
Yeah, no, Travis Hunter definitely still has a chance. I know he was injured. He probably bumped down like a couple of spots from like first to probably third. But if he plays well, because, they're still winning games. Like, at the end of the day, the Heisman, you also got to be 9-3 or better. We've talked about this. Trent, RG3 year, Jaden Daniels. Like, you got to win 9 games. So, if they go 9-3, he'll easily be probably second. But winning it though, he's gonna really have to go crazy.
Yeah. Donnie?
I agree with everybody. He still has a shot, but I just want to bring up like Noah Fafita real quick. Like, I want to give a shout out to Tegan because you called it. Everybody was hyping up Arizona. Everybody was saying how they were going to not run away with the Big 12, but a lot of people picked them to win it. I was the person that said I could see them playing in the conference championship game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the loss, Tegan called it. The losses on that offense, especially with Jordan Morgan, who went to the NFL. Jacob Cowan was a way bigger loss than we realized because most of Arizona's offense, it's like, look at Fafita and then maybe someone else. Like, he just didn't have that solid number 2 option, and Cowan was that guy. I mean, that's why he's in the NFL right now doing his thing. Like, he was that very good number 2 option for Fafita, and now he doesn't really have that anymore. And it's not like their offensive line's been that much better either. Like, losing the first-round tackle hurts, and that's just all it is. So it's unfortunate because Fafita was truly one of the better quarterbacks in the country last year. But this year, he's been forced to play a lot of hero ball, and it just hasn't really been working because, unfortunately, for Fafita, he just doesn't have that type of raw talent that some of those guys who can put on the Superman cape and just kind of carry teams. He can't really do that a lot. So shout out Tegan for calling Arizona frauds because he got that right.
Him and Jalen Daniels have been like the 2 disappointing quarterbacks.
Oh my god! We don't even need to. No. Kansas and Jay. Oh my!
I think Kansas right now. I think they're 2-5.
Yeah, I want to say they're either 1-6 or 2-5.
Yeah, that should be
They play K-State this week.
Dude, 2 years ago, they were a game day. People were saying Kansas was back and how.
Donnie, do a little timeout. Forget game day. Last year they upset Oklahoma, who was ranked top 5 after Oklahoma beat Texas.
Yeah.
That's what
It sucks, man. He's gotten hurt a lot, and it sucks because he was so much fun to watch over the last couple of years.
Yeah, okay. Donnie, back on you. We're gonna talk about this last game before we get to these midseason awards. Miami, Louisville, that was a crazy shootout. Cam Ward has another elite game, but they keep getting these hell games, bro. Like winning by 6, 7. Does this concern you with Miami, bro? Leaning down, going down the line.
I think it does, just because, and I'm going to give Miami credit for a second. Their pass rush last week with Ruben Bain Jr. coming back was much better. If you watched the game, it was significantly better. They were getting pressure on Tyrus Lau. But the problem is their secondary can't stop anything, dude. Like, it's bad. And every single week, it's Cam Ward putting on the Superman cape and just saying, I'm going to carry this team to a win. And he's done it every single week, but I don't know if he can do it consistently. Like, unfortunately, not everybody is Cam Newton and can be the GOAT. Like, at some point, there's limitations to this, and could they go 12-0? I still think they do, but when you match up with Clemson in that ACC title game, with that secondary, with how well Cade's been playing, I'm not too sure if you're going to come away with that one, even with how special Cam Ward's been this year. I mean, I believe he's the betting odd favorite to go first overall in the draft. He's the betting favorite to win the Heisman right now. Like, he's been great. We all know this, but with that secondary and how bad it's been, and maybe the pass rush can continue to grow with Ruben Bain back. You know, he's one of the best edge rushers in the country. But even then, man, it's hard to see this team winning the ACC with that secondary.
Dawson?
Yeah, you know, all offseason, I was Miami's going to ACC, Miami going to ACC. But every single week since that Florida game, bro, the confidence has been getting worse and worse. Because just like Donnie said, the secondary is terrible. It's literally every game they're getting cooked. Like why should I expect them to beat Clemson? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Miami's their offense is so great. Don't get it wrong. But dude, that secondary, that secondary is just bad. Like, really bad. Like,
Durag?
Yeah, like, even as it stands right now, there's no reason for me to believe that Miami could beat Clemson in the ACC title game right now. So yeah, they should be worried because you're in hell games again, and your schedule, it's not a lot of comp. So this is a team.
They haven't played one ranked team.
This is teams you should be beating. These are teams that you should be going in and getting the job done. Yet you're not doing that. So there's definitely some worry over there in Miami.
Hey, I can't lie. We need to talk about it. If Miami's in a hell game versus Florida State, 1-6 Florida State this weekend at home, we need to have a conversation.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they will.
They should win by at least 4.
I told y'all.
They win by
40. We win that game. That's all I need. That's all I need.
I think they win by 40.
They should. They
got to win by at least 4 scores.
If we win that game, we can lose the rest of our schedule 100-0, and I'll be content. I don't care.
Well, you desperate for anything this season.
Yeah.
Please just give me that game.
Tegan, what's your thoughts?
I know why, like, everyone's low on Miami and that y'all got fair reason. And I picked them before the season to go win the ACC. And I still, you know, in an ACC title game, if the season ended today, I'd probably Clemson's favored, and I would take Miami to win. I get the best player on the field. This Miami team is still super talented. I get, like, the notion is they're just going to – all the pieces around Cam Ward is going to stay the same. I saw Martinez finally look like the Martinez of old last week. I think the pieces around him can still get a lot better. And I'm trusting I get the best player on the field like 9 times out of 10, unless there's like very specific teams, and that's when we get to the college football playoff. All respect to Clemson for bouncing back. I also just think like Miami, it's not all negative to be in these hell games. I talked about it with Texas, who was just breezing through their schedule. And obviously, Clemson's different. They did have their loss to Georgia, but ever since then, they haven't really been punched in the mouth and ended up winning that game. Miami's been punched in the mouth a bunch of times, too many, if you ask me, but they're actually winning these games through adversity. And I think if they get in those situations with Clemson where it is a tight game, I'm trusting the team that's been able to do it before.
All right. Kelly?
Totally agree with Tegan, man. It's just they find a way to win. At the end of the day, like I said, you got the best player dang there in the country, leading your offense, leading your team, and guys will follow that and get behind it. So, would I like to see them win more convincingly with the schedule they have? Yes, but they're winning at the end of the day. So I'm not too worried with the rest of the schedule. But I will say, I think they play Florida State this week, right?
Yeah.
I think it will be another close game for sure. It's a rivalry game. Hey, records, they all go out the window, man. It's a lot is on the line. So I think they'll win, but it may be closer than what we all think it is.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, chat. This is what we're about to do. Mid-season college football war predictions. We're gonna go down the line. Every big major award that we're gonna do. Heisman, of course, David Bryant. We're gonna go down the line to Kelly Tegan. Y'all know what we're about to do.
You want me to do it, Trent, or do you got it?
I'll just do what's name. I'll start with myself, and I'm gonna just go down the line. The Heisman, if I had to choose the Heisman right now, I would go with Cam Ward personally. Y'all know I was a big Travis Hunter until he got hurt, but he got hurt, and I already said Cam was already my second. I'll go with Cam Ward personally. So, Kelly, who would you go with for Heisman?
Man, I just said Cam Ward, the best player in the country. Well, I'm gonna go with Genty. Right now. I like Genty.
Come on.
Tegan?
Hey, man, if the season ended today, it's Ashton Genty, and I think it's pretty comfortable. I think it's a sizable gap. It's if the season ended today.
Do right.
Okay, yeah, so at the end of the day, yeah, I'll lean Genty.
Yes! Let's go.
Dawson?
His last two games hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ashton Genty.
Let's go. Okay.
But Cam Ward's right there, though.
You have no idea why I'm so happy.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Okay, so let me
cash out, Donnie. Cash out.
So Kelly, let me ask you this, right? So let me, Kelly, say it's before the season. You put a $20 bet for Ashton Genty to win Heisman, and you see what he's doing right now. The cash out, though, if you cashed out right now, it's almost a ban. It's like $875, right?
It's almost $900. Yeah,
it's almost at $900. Do you let it ride or do you cash out?
Man, you gotta let it ride. Let it ride. Yeah. Roll the dice. Roll that dice, man. Let it ride.
Bro, if he wins Heisman, I get $2,000.
If he wins Heisman, he wins
I told him after you wait till after the UNLV game. That's the biggest thing because that's their toughest game left. You wait until after this
UNLV,
Friday,
bro. Yeah, it might be.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Me personally, I don't know. I get too paranoid. I cash out.
800 would do a lot right now.
What? But Tegan, $2,000 later also would be better.
Yeah, $2,000 later would.
Yeah, but you could take that 800 and turn it into 2 games.
Donnie,
You got a point.
You're either going to be sitting watching every Boise State game sweating.
Dawson.
I said, give me a guaranteed 900 over the possible.
I would have cashed out.
Dawson, I don't think you understand. I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching that Boise State Hawaii game.
The Friday night, 10:30. Boise State. Come on, Friday night locked in.
That's gonna be the biggest sweat for the whole time, though, for Donnie. That's gonna be the biggest sweat. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Donnie, back on you because we already know you got Davey O'Brien.
Listen, I want to give credit to guys like Cade Klubnik, Dylan Gabriel, Shadur. They've all been great. Cam, like I said earlier, Cam Ward's putting on the Superman cape and just putting this team on his back right now. Him, Sam Brown, or Strepo are going nuts. You have to say Cam Ward.
I was asked this so we can just keep pushing. Does anybody think that Davey O'Brien should go to somewhere else besides Cam Ward?
Nah.
That's unanimous.
Right now, Cam Ward, but Dylan Gabriel going to have it at the end of the year.
Shut up, Nose.
You think so? You think so, Dave? You think so?
Yeah.
I think Dylan Gabriel has a chance.
I think Gabriel has a chance.
If Miami has to literally crash and burn.
Well, you guys know how those awards work. Like, there's like the Maxwell and all that, and it's rare to see one guy.
Like 3 different quarterback ones. Isn't
there's like 3
that's the one thing I don't like about college football. I don't understand that.
There's like the Maxwell.
I wish there was just a position in the Heisman.
Okay, so since we just did that, we just said y'all just majority said Genty went to Heisman, so we only got to talk about Doak Walker, right?
Yeah,
that's clear. Shout out Taylor Brown
Mm-hmm.
or Caleb Johnson, but yeah, it's Genty.
All right, so then Kelly, I'm gonna start off with you then. The Biletnikoff right now, if it stopped mid-season, if it stopped today, who are you giving it to?
Bro, I don't even know. That's
a good ass question.
Because just to throw out Trey Harris, I think he's at like almost 1,000 yards already.
okay. Yeah, I know.
The tight end from Bowling Green, who's going insane. Ted McMillan, Xavier Restrepo out of Miami. So if you had to pick, if you had to stop, what would you get?
I'm just picking. Trey Harris, I guess, like you said, he almost 1,000. So I'm blind picking at this point. But I never really thought, never thought who would be in the running for that this year.
All right. Okay. Cool. Tegan.
It's for the Blitnikoff.
Yeah, Blitnikoff.
I think I get the Trey Harris pick. He's putting up crazy numbers. But I don't care. Give me the true freshman Jeremiah Smith.
Do right.
Hey. Okay.
Trey Harris, like raw numbers wise, like he got it, but like Tegan said, what Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams been doing all year, that shit is crazy. I'm gonna go Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, he has the moments. I'm gonna go Ryan Williams. He got the moments.
Okay.
Dawson.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Trey Harris because they love the stats. They love the stats, man. They do. I mean, if we're talking about moments, like Dave mentioned, I mean the Georgia game, but Jeremiah Smith literally has one-handed catch after one-handed catch after one-handed catch.
He's 17.
Ryan Williams is literally 17. I don't know, man.
It's moments like that where I look at them and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, what like that,
Yeah, I go with you.
Well, okay. Who I would want to win, or not even that, who I would pick versus who I think is going to win would be different. Who I think is going to win is Trey Harris. I would give it to the Bowling Green tight end Harold Fannin. And the main reason is because that dude has 850 yards in 6 games as a tight end. He has 60 catches, 850, and 5 TDs. And you might say, well, he's played some bad comp. Penn State and A&M, 150 each game and a tutty. Each game against 2 of the top 15 teams in the country. Like, he's been unreal this year, man. Like, we were talking about, like, me and Trent talk about it all the time, like the Brock Bowers versus Kyle Pitts stuff. And as talent-wise, those guys are more talented. We know this. But in terms of raw numbers, dude, we've seen Bowers put up these type of raw numbers once. And we're only 6 games into Harold Fannin's season. He's on pace for 1,600, 1,700 yards as a tight end. I don't think that's ever happened before. So I would give it to Harold Fannin, but Trey Harris is probably going to win it just because, he's out Ole Miss. He's a wide receiver. They lean towards receivers. So I guess I'll say Trey Harris.
All right, Donnie, back on you. Who do you think is going to win the Jim Thorpe Award if the season ended today?
If the season ended today for the Jim Thorpe, I mean, how can you not say Travis, man? Like, I love Will. Caleb Downs has been doing his thing. And shout out, I'm biased, so go Iowa. Jamari Harris, Iowa corner, has been locked down this year. He's one of the few guys that actually did a decent job on Jeremiah Smith, but how can you not give it to Travis, man? How can you not?
Dawson?
Yeah, I agree with Donnie. I mean, Benjamin Morrison hurt. Will Johnson hurt. Travis Hunter, I've been hurt, but, I mean, how can you not? I mean, look what he's doing. Playing both sides of the ball. I know it's a defensive award, but it's hurt because he's playing both sides of the ball. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Travis though. Travis.
Do right.
It's Travis Hunter. Like, he's been arguably probably like the best corner in the country so far this year. Like, he's right there with it, and the responsibility he has on the offensive side for him to keep doing that, I'll give it to Travis Hunter for sure.
See you,
Trav.
Kelly.
Trav, easy.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I ran away with that one.
All right, so Kelly, back on you. The season ended today. Who was the head coach of the year?
Ooh.
There's so many good ones.
No, it's not mine.
Oh, I got mine, bro.
I think I got mine. Mine might be a hot take, though.
Whoever wins the Army-Navy game, whatever coach wins that game, I'm going with that one.
I like that.
I like that.
I actually really do
like
like
that.
All
I can't.
I know Army's head coach is what's his name? Jeff what's his name? Hold on. I'm blanking on the name. Hold on. Jeff Monken is the Army head coach, and then the Navy one, Brian Newbit. They've both been great this year, man. Shout out to both of them.
Tegan?
It's a good option. It's honestly, like, I'll take it one farther. I'm not listening to any other option not named Kurt Cinetti. I'm just not going to listen. Indiana was a bad program at its core.
2-10 last year.
This man walked up to a podium and said, Google me, I just win. And now he is just winning.
Yeah, he didn't say that, bro.
He did say that.
He did.
He said, Google me. He said, Google me, I just win. And now they're undefeated, bro. He got it.
Bro, it takes a lot of balls to say that for sure.
No bullshit. You're right. Who's your coach of the year, dog?
Yeah, the Indiana guy, he got it. I'm gonna get slight honorable mention even though I don't want to. But Mike Elko, he's been Texas A&M, I think, has been damn good this year. I ain't expect him to be that good. But, yeah.
Dawson?
I mean, like Tegan said, bro, Kirk Cignetti. You know what else he did?
OD, bro.
Bro, you know what else he did, Trent?
Nah.
He was at an Indiana basketball game, right, trying to hype up the crowd about the football season because, you know, they're terrible. They're 2-10.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Purdue sucks because that's their rival. Michigan sucks, who just won the Natty, and Ohio State sucks. And now he's 7-0, and it's possible that he might beat all three. I'm gonna be honest.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. That might going to be the best coaching year ever.
Ever in history of football.
The way how he's talking,
he's talking crazy. Like, Google me.
He's
all I do is win.
winning.
That's what he said.
Bro, I want a shirt that says that because that's
Dude, not only are they winning, they're kicking the shit out of teams.
Yes.
Did you not just see what they did in Nebraska?
Hey, Donnie. I took Nebraska money line. That hurt my heart, bro. I was like,
I told Dave. I said, Dave, Indiana's winning, bro. I don't know why you went Nebraska.
Dog, he went on Pat McAfee's show and says, on away games, I want to get there as late as possible so I can just say, we just went there, kicked their ass, and went home.
Bro has aura, bro.
Yeah, I might have to change my vote. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
The way he's talking is crazy.
Yeah,
I swear to God. Hey, Donnie, who's yours, though?
Okay, I mean, that would be my pick, but a shout out I want to give just because on this podcast, someone said, we done with Matt Campbell, apparently. Shout out Iowa State head coach. Iowa State is 7-0. Wild. The two undefeated teams in the Big 12 are BYU and Iowa State. And Iowa State is interesting because their passing attack is so good. Outside of Colorado, they got the second best one in the Big 12. And you could argue just as a receiver core, you could very well argue it's better than Colorado's because their Joel kid is amazing and Jaden Higgs is great. But I'd still lean. Okay, Tegan, I see that look. I'd still lean Colorado.
I'm looking at Trent. I'm surprised Trent ain't saying nothing.
Wait, what did he say? Let's run that real quick.
I said Iowa State's wide receiver core, mainly their duo, because their duo is both on pace for a K. You could argue it's almost as good, if not better, than Colorado's wide receiver core.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Almost. But not. They've been doing their thing. Rocco Bett's been amazing as well. Their run game's awesome this year because they had like three different guys that they can kind of rely on at any time. And the thing that I like about them the most, their linebackers, especially with injury-wise, have been taking a beating. They've missed 3 guys all to injury this year, including their star player, Caleb Bacon. Great name, by the way. Like, he's been hurt all year, and their run defense was supposed to be horrible, and it's just been good. And they're somehow 7-0. Like, crazy to me. So,
I'm so proud of Iowa State, bro.
With all
of
y'all been saying, I'm definitely going to go with the Indiana coach. But I think my honorable mention, like I said in the offseason, was Deion.
Deion.
People were saying
definitely has a case.
I say,
look at Dave hating, bro. Look at Dave hating.
People saying,
you got hate in your heart.
What are they 5-2? What's going on? 5-2? Come on, bro. They already hit the bro. They already hit the over. Over was like 4.5 or 5.5. They about to hit it.
They already hit the over. They getting better every year. You can be sleep, but shit.
You sad,
Hold on, you know what's crazy? Dave, you know why you're sad, Dave? You know why you're sad? Because last year when they didn't have Travis, they were losing every game. Now they have Travis this year, you could see improvements.
Exactly.
Dave, next year, we're going to see what they're talking about.
Okay, they're going to be real bad. But that's
we're going to see what they're talking about. We're going to see what that coaching will look like.
And Dave,
Their
he might be
D-line-
your
their D-line-
Dave, he might be your coach next year.
Yeah,
But,
all right. First, I stand there. Stop it.
Moving on. Let's get into these week 9 predictions, bro. A lot of ranked matchups. This is gonna be a good week. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a good week. Good week for a lot of people gonna be agenda pushing, especially me and T. So of course our team.
And me.
I was gonna go to the A&M game, but shit, them tickets is fucking crazy. So I'm good on that. But I'm gonna start with you, Kelly. Friday night, Donnie about to be sweating. Boise State at UNLV. This is a pretty good game. UNLV is a good ass team. So who you got in this game, dog?
I got a lot of money on the line.
Boise State, they're at UNLV?
Yeah, they at UNLV.
They're coming off a bye also.
Yeah, coming off about to.
Give me Boise. I take Boise with that one.
Okay.
Come on now.
Tegan?
Hey man, I got a go offense agenda. I love their OC. He's former wide receiver coach, Brendan Marion from Texas. That dude is a future head coach, and so I got an agenda to push with the go offense. It's my go-to in college football 25. So give me UNLV to win. I'm sorry, Donnie. You should have cashed out before.
Yeah. Durag, what you got?
It's a tough one. He at UNLV, but you have to buy. I think Ashton he makes his Heisman statement this game. He go in there and he take him off. He knock him off. You go Boise.
I know that hurt to say. I know that hurt your heart.
Dawson, who you got?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really want to see Janty break Barry Sanders' record. Like this is never gonna happen again, bro.
No.
The fact we're even talking about it, that we had it hasn't even been talked about for 40 years, let alone realistically gonna happen. So I'm rooting for Boise State. I hope they win. So give me Ashton Janty and Boise State.
We already know Donnie.
Hey, come on!
So who you got, Donnie? Just who you got, bro?
I did a ton of research into this game, and I was also talking with my buddy Max about it. Shout out him at PFF; he's doing his thing. I the way I see it, I think UNLV just has a better roster up to down. I think they got the better passing game. Ricky White, the wide receiver, incredible. One of the at least 12, 15 best receivers in the country. He's been doing this thing all year. I think their defense is slightly better. The problem with UNLV is mainly the secondary has been kind of iffy, but Boise State's passing attack is good, but we all know who's really running the show. It's Janty. I mean, he's a Heisman front runner, at least in terms of top 3 for a reason. So the question is basically, when they stack the box, when they stack the box on Janty, and he's not going to be able to get those big yard gains, because he doesn't do that every single time. Is their passing attack going to be at least be reliable? I think it will be. I think they get the dub. And I'm also saying this because not only do I have $2,000 on the line, I have $120 on the line with betting on people in the group chat. Shout out Trent. So give me Boise to win, man.
Yeah. This I'm not gonna lie, I did not know they played in general, but since they're winning, this is I swear to God, if they lose the game, it'll be the most Notre Dame way to lose. So Donnie, back on you. Notre Dame is facing Navy at Navy.
Yep.
Who you got?
Dude.
Who you got, bro?
Let Navy win this game. Just let them win.
It'll be the most Notre Dame way, bro, if they lose this game, bro.
I mean, dude, here's the crazy thing about Navy this year, and I'm just going to whip out a crazy stat. The Navy quarterback this year has 10 passing touchdowns. The school record is 13.
Wait.
Games in. We're 6 games in, and he already has 10. And
he's not the – is the Army one? Is the Army quarterback's the one that almost tied with GT in touchdowns? That's the
Army? Yeah, because he has he's going off. He's another guy who could possibly sneak into possibly a sneaky Heisman conversation. Probably not win it again invite, but maybe get a vote or two. But dude, I'm picking Navy just because I want to see it happen. That's strictly the only reason. Notre Dame's rushing defense was also better last week against Georgia Tech. It also helps when Haynes King didn't play, but I'm just gonna roll with Navy just because I just want to see Notre Dame burn to the ground. Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Dawson, who you got, bro?
Give me no. Give me Navy, dude. Give me Navy. I don't want Notre Dame in the college football playoff. Get them out of here. I would rather have Navy or Army in the playoffs, bro. I don't care.
People need to see the triple option. Come on, man.
Yeah. I want to see. Yeah, exactly. I want to see Navy rush for like 350 on Notre Dame. I think that would be hilarious. So give me Navy, bro.
Do right.
See, usually I would agree with Notre Dame doing a Notre Dame thing and losing the game like this, but they had the NIU loss early in the year, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that there's no way y'all have two blunders the same season. I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I'm gonna go Notre Dame. Knock off them Navy guys. Come on, man. Triple option in the playoff game. You serious?
Wow.
Man is hating on football.
Hey, Dave. I bet you wish you had the triple option with DJU at quarterback, bro.
Tegan, I want the triple option.
I don't think I don't know if he can make a pitch right. I don't know if he can do the pitch right. So I don't know if I want that.
Hey, bro, he a pitcher in baseball. What you mean? So I did a lot of research actually in this game because I got a TikTok in the drafts waiting to get posted tomorrow. Honestly, so I went into my research saying, how can I figure out Navy to win this game? Because I want it to happen. And I think everyone that's played football and seen football knows the triple option. The MO is basically how disciplined can you be on the defensive side of the ball and not make mistakes on the offensive side of the ball, because those drives are going to be long and very difficult to get the offense on the field on the flip side. Riley Leonard, if you force him to pass the ball, he's going to give you a mistake or two. And Notre Dame on the defense side of the ball is dealing with injury after injury. So you're going to play guys that are fresh, but also haven't been on the field and used to it. I'm going with Navy for the fun of it. I would not be shocked if Notre Dame wins, but I don't think I want to see that happen. But I honestly do see a path outside of just saying I want Navy to win. I think they have a good chance to do so.
Kelly?
Man, I love chaos. And it's only fitting, man. I want Navy to win, and I think they have a chance. Obviously, you know, like I said, the triple option can be hell for defenses and offensive too. You know, if, like I said, if you get a 3 and out and they go on a long sustaining drive, you can get you out of rhythm. So I got Navy.
All right, bet. Next game. Kelly, back on you. Oregon at Illinois. Can this be a potential trap game for Oregon? This is the number 1 team in the country. Illinois been on fire. Oregon been on fire. Who you got?
Trap game. Like you said, it's a trap game. And traveling, you know, getting adjusted to the time, it can be a lot. But Oregon wins, but say like 3 or 10-point game. It's a close game as well, but definitely would be a trap game. But Illinois is a really good team as well.
Tegan?
If the game was played in Illinois, I think it'd be a different story for me. I think
it is. I think it is.
No, it's at Oregon.
It is.
I just checked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And listen, you can get craziness like, and I think a lot of people are looking at Illinois like they're going to have a good game plan. They looked really sounding like at the end of the day, Illinois comes out with a really solid game plan. I just don't think they're going to be able to execute in that situation, in that spot. If Michigan is anything, they are physical, and you're going to be tired after you play them. Now you're traveling 2,000 miles to the West Coast. Big Ten teams have had a lot of struggle, especially not the elite teams, in traveling 2,000 miles over 2 time zones. Their record has been egregiously bad.
So bad.
I think there's better games to have an upset. I think Illinois is a good team, but Oregon is just in a better spot.
Do it.
Come on, man. No, I'm going Oregon, man, for sure. Dylan Gabriel, go ahead, light them up. Put yourself back in the, top of the Heisman talk. Road to the Natty. We here for it. Let's go.
Dawson?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Oregon blows them out. I watched the entire Michigan-Illinois game last week. Illinois passed the ball for 80 yards, and Will Johnson didn't play in the game. Like, he got hurt in the second quarter, so he missed 3 quarters. I just don't. Their offense is very lackluster. Oregon's defense, Oregon's defense in general is pretty solid. So I just don't. Illinois doesn't have the athletes outside to compete with Oregon. So I think Oregon blows them out.
Donnie?
Dude, I just think, and I didn't even know. I thought Illinois was home, so that's why I thought maybe there was a chance they could cover because I think Oregon's going to win this game. I think they're just physically beaten up after a gruesome, and I mean gruesome, Michigan game, man. Like, Luke Altmaier only had like 18 pass attempts. Like, they ran the ball significantly more. And going up against, like, I've been talking about it, that D-line with first-round picks everywhere on that D-line, like elite talents everywhere. You're beaten up. You probably feel like shit. Now you have to go to Oregon, a defensive line that did a good job against Ohio State's offensive line.
They have a very good D-line.
Like, the Ugalele kid's good. Derek Harmon as a D tackle leads the nation in pressures with like 36.
Is that other Oregon D lineman who was injured for Ohio State going to play?
Jordan Brunch, I think he's going to play.
Yeah, the Oregon got D-line.
Like,
they're good.
They got their D-line's been a lot better. This whole team's just been better, man. Like, ever since week 4, things have just kind of clicked with them, and they look like the team that we all thought they were going to be. Because those first few weeks, like, yeah, they were winning, but it was like
it was a little struggle.
You only put up 21 versus Idaho, like, you know. But no, give me Oregon to win, man. I think Illinois is beaten up. I think Luke Altmaier gets just thrown around a lot. Give me Oregon to win.
All right. Donnie, back on you. Missouri at Alabama.
So this is a weird game just because these are two teams that have been kind of looking like shit recently. Like Mizzou, I mean, I still believe talent-wise they have a top at least 7-6 roster in the SEC. Like, this roster, especially offensively, is good. Wide receiver core is great. You have Luke the Burden. The run game is good. The offensive line is good. Brady Cook's been looking like shit. Shout out to my one take I said. We talk about it all the time in the group chat. It's just that the defense lost a lot of pieces in the draft, which sucked. You lost your two best corners in Ennis Rakestraw, Chris Abram, and then you also lost Darius Robinson, a first-round D lineman. It's been tough for them, man, and I think Alabama, I don't think it's pretty. I don't, but I got them winning this game. I'll say like 24-21. Ugly game, ugly offenses for both sides, but I just think Alabama's defense, especially on the D-line, has too much talent compared to Missouri. Expect a big game from LT Overton, another guy I like for the draft. Give me Alabama.
I also got to just point out, because 5 minutes ago they released their mandatory injury reports. Brady Cook is listed as doubtful, and so is Nate Noel.
Give me Alabama to win.
Nate Noel, I thought Nate Noel has been ruled out.
Also, he has? Damn.
Yeah.
And side note, Grace McCall officially retired, bro. I feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad. He medically retired.
Yeah, because after that concussion he suffered, that shit was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible, bro.
That was terrible. But,
praise to Grayson, man.
Praise to Grace McCall. But, Dawson, man, who you got? Missouri, Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, Missouri's just so beaten up, man. I mean, just like Nate Noel's not playing. Brady Cook is hurt. Don't even know if he's playing. Alabama's just, I mean, they're just nothing crazy right now. They're not playing good. I'm going to go Alabama, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to go like 21-10. I think Bama wins 21-10.
You right?
Yeah, even if Missouri wasn't going through injuries, they haven't looked good against any competitive team this year at all. So they should show me no reason this year to even give them a chance against Alabama. I think Alabama, they need to get right game. This is the game for it. They looked shit the last 2.5 games. Yeah, it's going to give me Alabama.
Tegan?
If Missouri had Blake Baker, I would almost give them a chance just based off the fact that they would able to build up some sort of defensive scheme against Jalen Milroe. But they give up way too many busts on the back end. And I think this Missouri team, Dave, relax. Dave, I think Missouri just, they're too banged up. Even if Brady Cook somehow plays, because we know how tough he is, he's not going to be 100%. And it's at Alabama for what it's worth. But I got Alabama winning.
Kelly, who you got?
You know, not hearing Brady was doubtful. You know, that did change me for an instance. I'm not going to lie. But I did see a quote where Brady said he has 2.5 games left. And without any, I know him a little bit, but with the times I got to know him, the dude's he's a warrior. I believe he's going to play. and you still got, like I said, one of the best receiving corps out there. I got them to win, regardless of what's going on. I don't think Bama has a lot going on. The fans won't be into it as much, like I said. But I got Missouri. I'm gonna stick with my guy.
To Kelly's point as well, doesn't Alabama have a ton of secondary issues? Like, isn't Keon Sabb out for the year? Isn't the one?
They got three people out. Red Morgan and Keon Sabb, and then it's a linebacker, Caden Jones, but that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Keon
Sabb's a great safety, though, so yeah.
All right, Kelly, back on you. Another trap game. Texas at Vandy. First time Vandy is ranked over 10 years. Does Texas bounce back, or does Vandy get another huge upset? Who you got?
Is it a night game?
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up. Have they set the time? Probably should. Hold on. Where's this game?
I know I seen Vandy posted like the Nets over the visit.
Nah, it's
3:15.
3:15.
That's even more interesting. So it's in the middle of the day. I just go Texas. They bounce back. They get the ball back rolling. Quinn has a big day. But yeah, I go with Texas.
Tegan.
In every Texas matchup, I want to find a way for them to lose. Very similar to Navy, they're going to be running a lot of option. You're going to have a lot of younger edge players like Colin Simmons, Anthony Hill, Trey Burt. They're going to be tested to be disciplined, but I think Texas and Sark has at least earned the right for the benefit of the doubt on a bounce back game. They're still super talented. They're still a national title contender. So I got Texas comfortably. I think if we want like 2007 levels of chaos, Vandy wins, because then Vandy's a playoff team.
Yeah.
You right? Yeah, it's a get back game, and Texas they're gonna put belt to ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Quinn Ewers, he's seen in the ways about these last two games. They're gonna get back right. They're gonna make a statement with this game.
Dawson.
Texas is going to win, but it's going to be a lot closer than, Texas is going to blow them out. I think Vandy's going to keep it competitive for about 3.5, 3 quarters. So I think Texas will win, but Vandy's going to cover the spread.
Donnie?
I'm looking up the spread. 18.5.
Vandy can cover.
I think Vandy covers, but I just think there's no way Quinn can look worse than last week, man. Like, I don't know if anyone here. I know Tegan watched the All-22. I saw him post videos about it, and I know you watched it, Tegan. Like, dude, it was really, really bad. Like, 7 turnover-worthy plays according to PFF. That was like almost 20% of his, or not 20. It was like 15% of his throws. He was running into sacks. It was just a nightmare for him. So I'm expecting at least some type of bounce back. Give me Texas, man.
All right. Last one before we head out.
Game of the week.
Game of the week. Been waiting for this shit all year long.
I want to go first, by the way, because I have a crazy stat I want to say about this.
A lot of people are noted. Tegan is noted. All the shit niggas been talking about my Tigers and LSU. LSU at A&M. Conway Wigman versus my dog Garrett Nussmeier. Two unbeaten teams left in the conference.
Yep.
Donnie, you got for the win.
All right, I want to say this crazy stat real quick that I found on PFF because it's the craziest thing. I've seen a lot of crazy stats. This might be the craziest. Connor Wigman currently, according to PFF, is graded bottom 5 in the country when he is kept clean in the pocket.
Why?
But hold on. Listen, hold on.
I was not expecting that.
Hold on. This is crazier.
That's not
listen
true.
to this.
Listen.
Say that again. Say that again.
Hold on. This is even crazier.
Wait, so hold on, Donnie. I might need this for a clip, Donnie. Repeat that again.
Okay. So this is, and I want to put this in the clip also. Shout out to my boy Max and his PFF College Show because that's where I got the stat from. This is legitimately the craziest thing I've ever seen. Connor Wigman, when kept clean in the pocket, is bottom 5 in the country in passing grade. However, when he is under pressure, he's top 5 in the country in passing grade. So he is significantly better when he's under pressure than kept clean by a lot. I don't know how that makes sense.
No, how that literally makes no sense. That's the most
listen to this.
accurate stat I've ever heard in my life.
Usually it's the other way around. Like his passing grade when kept clean is a 49.8. His passing grade when he's under pressure, 79.3. Like that's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that. Like that's absurd. So
you dropping a lot of people in coverage theoretically.
Yeah. No, that's literally, bro. I made the joke. I said, "Yo, just drop 10 in the coverage, and then you're good. Just have one guy up the middle." But nah, man, this is going to be a dogfight, man. These are between two quarterbacks that were getting a lot of NFL draft hype. Two teams that probably the hottest in the SEC right now. Neither of them have a loss in conference play. It's in Kyle Field, and for that reason only, I'm taking Texas A&M. Kyle Field is something different, man. I think Wigman outdoors Nuss. Give me A&M.
Yeah, I'm sweet. Dawson, who you got?
Oh, man, I've been back and forth with this literally all week. I'm a Connor Wigman fan. Trent knows I always pick LSU for some weird reason. I'm always on the LSU train. But, man, I think I'm going to go with Texas A&M just because they're at home. Just because they're at home. This is a night game, right, Tegan?
It's a night game and it's a blackout, so we're wearing our all black.
I think Texas A&M is going to win like 31-28 on a game-winning field goal. Like it's going to be like one of those like classic banger SEC.
One of those we're going to watch back again.
Yeah.
Do-rag?
Yeah, I'm going A&M. They're gonna rock out. They at the crib with it. I'm going A&M.
Yeah.
Trent keeping with C.
Hey, you can hold it, but I'm gonna go A&M. I like what I see for A&M.
I don't know.
A&M fan here right now don't even got his team winning. So go ahead, team.
Damn, you guys. All right, man. So there's a couple things to consider here, right? Donnie, I'm not surprised by it. I wouldn't say he's a bottom 5 quarterback, but most of his turnover-worthy plays have been in the pocket clean.
Yeah.
Gotta account that since 2017, the home team has won this game since 2017, which is a wild thing to think about. But the thing is, even though I got this back here, and me and Trent got a bet on the line, the problem I run into is just matchup wise, and I got so much respect for Blake Baker and that defensive coordinator with LSU. Somehow they lose Harold Perkins and get better on the defensive side, which is not a correlation thing. It's just like that's what happened. They peaked at the right time with Arkansas. They're peaking at the right time, but they're going into a Hornets nest named Kyle Field. I'm going with LSU to win 41-38 in a shootout. And they just get enough plays downfield because at the end of the day, A&M's got a problem at the slot corner position. They've been giving up big play after big play, and that's what Nuss is going to feed on. LSU can go 6 wide receivers deep, and they can play multiple times. Nuss has been sacked twice this year. Twice.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, best O-line in the country.
That's something I forgot to bring up, dude. This is Nick Scorton, the best edge in the country, versus Will Campbell, the best tackle in the country. But that's another matchup to really
trench work. Come on.
Yes, sir. Come on.
That's what the game is.
All right, man. Before we head out, man, Kelly, who you got, dog?
Kyle Field is by far one of my favorite play I ever visited. Man, it's nothing like it. But I'm gonna hang my hat and go A&M, man. It's like it says, it's gonna be a dogfight for sure, man. It's on both sides of the ball, but I feel like A&M, gonna find a way to edge it out over them, man.
Yeah, I know I got LSU, bro. I think this is the game that people really starting to realize that Nuss is the top quarterback in this class. But I think it's gonna be a crazy game. I ain't gonna lie, blackout. Kyle Field is a top 5 crowd environment in college football history, period.
For sure.
That's what I say. Going there as a recruit, that shit was insane. That shit is insane, bro. But that's gonna be a crazy game. This week college football is gonna be great, bro. But that's gonna do it for today's show. Kelly, of course, I appreciate you coming out, bro, tapping with us. Appreciate
y'all.
Facts. Appreciate you, bro. We was gonna go live on Playback Watch 122's film, but I'm not gonna lie, it's homecoming and I'm in Houston. I'm being honest.
Oh, man.
Who used to play for homecoming?
You said what? We play Utah. We can maybe.
I'm not gonna lie.
We can maybe
No
Is
Cam
Rising
Rising.
playing?
no camera. No,
Y'all might be able to get that. Y'all might be able to get that.
we might be able to win.
That
I
was
might
little
want to
brother
go.
playing?
Like,
Shit.
I might want to go, but if they start bullshitting.
Shout out to Isaac.
We're not trying to. They start bullshitting.
Yeah, Trent sent us a picture of him walking out the stadium.
I'm out of
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how they
we
bullshit.
play UNLV, and after the Washington match, I see. I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
Look, make sure I keep tapping in with us though, chat. Roll to 2K. Like I said, Kelly, of course, like I said again, appreciate you, dog. If you ever want to come back, just let me know for sure. But yeah, man, we're gonna catch y'all. We out back on Tuesday with the NFL recap. We out. Peace.